to Just Another Monday with Connie. Today's topic is going to be number 5 weighted yarn. So, how is everyone doing today? And if you are here, please leave a comment in the chat so I know you're here. And I also want to welcome those that will be watching on replay. And if you do watch the replay, leave a comment, let me know. And if you have any questions to do with number 5 weighted yarn, feel free to ask questions in the comment section. Or if you have some helpful information, you can also post that in the comments too. Let's see, we have Brenda that joined us. Hi, Brenda. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? So, I finished, well, first off, the shawl that I was working on in my last Crochet Tuesday video, I didn't like how it was looking. So I started a new shawl and I finished that shawl. I had done Bag Day's newest shawl pattern, Bird of the Night. So I have that finished, and now I started on one of the Fiber Spiders shawls. And this shawl is kind of like the Birds of the Night shawl, where you do the back post double crochet, and you kind of have that little round ringlet, but it's not actually the Vara stitch. But yeah, that's what I'm working on now. Let's see, we have Trudy that joined us. Hi, Trudy. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? Brenda says she's doing well, just relaxing right now. Had a busy weekend with wedding stuff to finish. So I bet you're ready for that wedding, huh, Brenda? All right. So I have some jokes for y'all. And the jokes that I went with for today's live are jokes to do with pumpkins. I was really looking for some pumpkin spice jokes, but I really didn't find anything. So I was like, I'll do pumpkin. So the first joke I have is, why was the gourd so gossipy? And the reason is to give him pumpkin to talk about instead of something pumpkin. And the next joke I have is, what do you get if you divide the circumference of a pumpkin by its diameter? Pumpkin pie. You know, like pi 3.14. And the next joke is, what's the pumpkin's favorite Western? The gourd, the bad, and the ugly. Instead of the good, the bad, and the ugly, the gourd. Next joke is, what does a pumpkin use to repair its pants? A pumpkin patch. Next one is, what do you get when you drop a pumpkin? Squash. Since it got squashed. And the last joke is, where do pumpkins hold meetings? In the gourd room. All right, yeah, Brenda's saying she's excited about the wedding. And Trudy's crocheting a jellyfish. And we have Julia that joined us. Hi, Julia. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? I'm going to give it about 10 more minutes before we get into talking about number 5 weighted yarn. But that's the topic for today. And let's see. So y'all have any plans for today? I'm going to, after my live, I need to film the intro and the ending to the finished projects video and basically put the video together. I already edited the pictures, but I need to do that part. And then I realized I forgot all about doing the mittens and glove video. Because I was planning to do it that weekend that I had posted a bunch of videos, and it totally slipped my mind. And whenever I was working on the pictures for the finished projects video, that's when I realized I never made that video. So I'm gonna work on getting that video. I'll probably post it. I'll probably schedule that one for 8 p.m. tonight, Central Standard Time. And then after that, I want to work on my shawl that I'm crocheting. And let's see. We have Anita and Lisa and Isla that joined us. How are y'all doing today? And what are y'all currently working on? And Julia says she's doing good, still working on dream catchers. I'm working on the second pattern I designed for them. Ooh, awesome. Can't wait to see more of your dream catchers. And Lisa says, I'm working on another whatchamacallit Afghan. Ooh, sweet. I want to see it when you're done, Lisa. But yeah, but that's pretty much what I've been up to. Gonna be up to today. And hopefully I get some Sophie love time. She's been such a sweetheart lately. She'll come around and she'll usually chill on the arm of the chair or the back of the chair. So in between working on my crochet, I give her some pets. Let's see, we have Lois that joined us. How are you doing today? And what are you work? Oh, you say you're working on some socks. For some reason, it's like I always have trouble saying your name. I want to say like Louis or Lois. It's like, but I gotta think I Superman. Let's see. Anita says she's good. Been out with her critters, now cleaning, unfortunately. I want to spend some time with your critters, Anita. That has to be fun having all those animals. Isla is working on triangle granny shawl, trying to use up my stash. And actually, like I was thinking about doing the virus meets granny um tutorial by Fiber Spider. That was one of the patterns that I was eyeing whenever I was trying to figure out which shawl pattern I was gonna do next. Let's see. Julia says I have two patterns I have designed. They are for Christmas presents. Ooh, sweet. No, I haven't, Anita. A pig shower video? That has to be funny. I gotta go watch that video. And we have Wanda that joined us. How are you doing today, Wanda? And she's working on Granny Square blanket, different types of Granny Squares. Ooh, I'd love to see your blanket when you're done. Um, but yeah. Oh yeah, the biscuit says hello to everybody. He slept in today. He didn't sleep good last night. Poor biscuit. And then I asked him today, what type of biscuit am I? He says I'm Mrs. the Biscuit. And sometimes I call Sophie Big Biscuit and Allie Little Biscuit. So we could be like the biscuit family. Let's see. Isla says I never did the virus shawl pattern. I guess I can find a free pattern on Ravelry. Yeah, there should be free ones on Ravelry. Whenever I did the virus shawl, I did Fiber Spider's video tutorial. He has a good one. And then Bag Day has the post virus shawl. That's a gorgeous pattern. And then now she has the bird of the night one. That's basically it's basically the virus shawl, but it has back post double crochet stitches, which makes it kind of pop out more. Beautiful pattern. And I just finished that. I finished that shawl yesterday. I'll be showing that to y'all on Tuesday, tomorrow. Let's see. Wanda says, of course, hi, Mr. Biscuit. I want the Christmas patterns. Oh, people are telling you hi, Frank. Anita says, when you watch it, you'll see why I do it every day. Yeah, pigs can get muddy and dirty. Wanda says, I want to make a virus blanket. Yeah, that would be beautiful. And then I think it's Fiber Spider has the virus poncho now. And let's see, Colleen's here. Hi, Colleen. How are you doing today? She finished the Bird of the Night one too. Awesome. Yeah, that is a gorgeous pattern. Um, I love how it came out. Now that Bangladesh shawl that I was initially trying to do, where I didn't like how the yarn was looking that I was using, I do want to go back and do that shawl. I have some yarn that I'm eyeing on Hirschner's that I'm probably gonna get the next time I order yarn from Hirschner's that I think would do good with that shawl. Because I think that's one that you really need more of a solid color yarn or close to solid color. Let's see, Isla says, I am trying to have some shawls ready for the family in Oregon. We are going in early October. Ooh, have fun whenever you go. And let's see, Colleen says, finished two turtles and a little dress for the grandbaby. Ooh, awesome. Awesome, awesome. And that is one thing, like when y'all finish projects, get y'all pictures to me for the next finished project video for September. And I will I will have the finished project video for August up sometime this afternoon. And then the gloves and mitten video that I forgot about will go up. I plan to schedule that one for 8 p.m. Central Standard Time today. Um, yeah, I accidentally forgot about that video because I was working on so many videos, and I was planning to go back and get that one done later that day, and it slipped my mind. And then I was when I was working on the finished project video pictures today, I realized I totally forgot about it. But I will get that out later today. Let's see. Anita says I love crochet turtles. And speaking of turtles, in the finished projects video, you will get to see a turtle make from somebody. Let's see. All right, I guess we'll go ahead and get started talking about number five weighted yarn. Um, First off, let me know if y'all have ever used number five weighted yarn, and if so, what have you made with number five weighted yarn? Oh, Colleen said, "Oh, and a cardigan for a baby boy." Ooh, sweet. All right, I'm gonna have to turn off my green screen real quick. Okay, so this is a number five weighted yarn, and I think it's the only five weighted yarn that I have. I've never made anything with number five weighted yarn. That is the thickness of a number five weighted yarn. I'm not as big. I'm not really a fan of the larger weights of yarn. I prefer number four weight and under. But yeah, that is number five weighted yarn. And Lisa says she made a hat with a number five weighted yarn. Awesome. You see, like the hat that I made, it was number six weighted yarn that I used. Um, but I can't think of anything I've made with number five. Okay, let me get my green screen back. Okay. People are saying beautiful colors for that yarn. Yeah, I love this is well, you see the green screen's filtering part of it out, but this was from Hobby Lobby, from the clearance. And let's see, we have Lauralee that joined us. Hi Lauralee, how are you today? And what are you working on? But yeah. If you've ever made anything with number 5 weighted yarn, let us know and let us know what you made. Okay, so number 5 weighted yarn, it's a bulky yarn, and it's also called either chunky yarn, craft yarn, or rug yarn. And when it comes to number 5 weighted yarn, the recommended crochet hook size is 6.5 to 9 millimeters. And then the recommended knitting needle size is 5.5 to 8 millimeters. And the gauge for crochet, if you're doing single crochet stitches to 4 inches, is 8 to 11 stitches. And the knit gauge, if you're doing stockinette stitch to 4 inches, would be 12 to 15 stitches. So you don't get as many stitches per inch. And number 5 weighted yarn is twice as thick as worsted weight yarn. And it works up quickly when using large needles or hooks. So that's the one advantage to like the higher weighted yarns. They work up a lot quicker. And let's see. And your projects will typically be bulky, possibly heavy, and very warm. And number 5 weighted yarn is ideal for sweaters, hats, scarves, blankets, and rugs. And after a while, I'm going to be showing y'all some other ideas of things y'all can make with number 5 weighted yarn. So do y'all have any questions when it comes to number 5 weighted yarn? If so, ask your questions, or if y'all have any tips or helpful information when it comes to number 5 weighted yarn, let us know that too. Because it's always good to, help others out if there's something you can help them with. But yeah, but that's the information to do with number 5 weighted yarn. And of course, next week we're going to get into number 6 weighted yarn. So make sure y'all submit your pictures of projects y'all made with number 6 weighted yarn for next week. And let's see. Anita says she's made hats and afghans with number 5 weighted yarn. Colleen saying, I have 3 of those. Jeannie wants a sweater. Are you referring to the yarn that I showed, my number 5 weighted yarn? Let's see. Okay, Laurel's talking to Anita. Hi, how do you say it, Ganny Joe? Let me know if I'm saying it right or how you pronounce your name. How are you doing today, and what are you currently working on, Ganny Joe? Okay. So now I'm going to start. Okay, yeah, Colleen says yes. My number 5 weighted yarn. Yeah, that's a beautiful yarn. I love the hand dyed yarns from the clearance from Hobby Lobby. Next year, Crystal's grandma said that she would, she's willing to do the same thing again for me. So I'm gonna save up for when the sale happens next year, and I'm gonna load up on me some Hobby Lobby clearance yarn. Laura Lee saying I made a sweater with the Premier puzzle. Ooh. And Colleen says I made baby sweaters, blankets, amigurumis, hats, and more with 5 weighted yarn. Awesome. And Colleen says I would do it. Oh, I just realized I never showed y'all the video yet. From the pictures that everyone submitted of their number 5 weighted yarn makes. Let's see. We have Angela that joined us. How are you today, and what are you working on? Okay, let me get that video up so y'all can see everyone's beautiful number 5 weighted yarn makes, and that may give y'all some ideas too on what y'all can make with number 5 weighted yarn. And I do want to thank everyone that shared their pictures. And like I said, all beautiful projects. And, I always find it so inspiring to see what other people are making. And like I said earlier, um, for next week, make sure y'all send y'all number 6 weighted pictures in for my little video. But yeah, let's see. We have Flo that joined us, and she's a newbie to my channel. Welcome to my channel, Flo, and I hope you're enjoying my videos. And how are you doing today, and what are you working on? And let's see. Colleen saying, I would not mind going to Hobby Lobby for folks. I'll keep you in mind if something happens where it don't work out with Crystal's grandma. And let's see, Laura Lee says, I am finishing up a circular shawl. I've only made the one 5 weight project. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I, I haven't made anything with number 5 weighted yarn. I like the lower weights. Um, but I do need to figure out what I'm gonna do with that hand dyed yarn that I showed y'all. I gotta come up with ideas what I can make with it. And let's see. Cindy's here. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? And it seems like y'all are all liking everyone's project pictures. Okay, so now we're going to get into some free pattern. Well, some of the some of the patterns are free. Some of them are paid for patterns that I'm going to be showing. Um, there'll be some that's crochet, some that are knitted, and these are all patterns using number 5 weighted yarn. And all the links for these patterns are in the description box of today's live if y'all are interested in any of these. Um, I forgot what I was gonna say, but I'm hoping that these patterns will give y'all some ideas of different things to make with number 5 weighted yarn. And let's see, we have Sherry that joined us. Hi, Sherry. How are you today? Okay, let's see. It's pronounced Ganny and Joe for the first part of my full name. Okay, so Ganny. Okay, and she says her grandkids call her Ganny. I'm making a bath loofah ball, then matching face cloths. Ooh, nice. All right, so let me pull up the patterns, and I would love to see like whenever you finish your projects, Ganny Joe, I would love to see pictures of your projects. Okay, the first pattern. These are free knit patterns. And these are cowl patterns that I'm getting into. I'm getting tongue tied here. Okay, this is the Eyelet Mobius cowl by Genevera Lee, and look at how pretty. I like how it twists in the front like that, and then you can wear it where it's kind of like a hood. Pretty pattern. Okay, and the next one. Sorry. Hold on a minute. Okay, the next one is the Cozy Cow by Shannon Dunbabin, something like that. I'm not good at pronouncing a lot of the names, but look at how pretty. And here's a better look at the stitching. But I think that one's gorgeous. I know what happened before. I accidentally closed out the wrong pattern. Okay, there it is. Okay. Okay, let me pull up the next pattern for y'all. This one is the Vida's Cowl by Gretchen Tracy. And this one's pretty. And most of y'all know I love cables, especially in knitting. I think I think cables have such a classy look and they're just beautiful. And this one they show pictures of it in a lot of different colors, which I always love seeing the different colors, different types of yarn projects are made in. Oh, this is a multiple color one. But I do find like stuff like cables, a lot of times when you're using multicolor yarn, I do feel like it takes away from the appearance of the cables. It kind of gets too busy. And there's another thing I want to point out too, like when you're on Ravelry and you want to get other ideas for like yarn to use for a project, you have some tabs where the first one says details, then yarn ideas, and then you see projects, and there's a number, and that tells you how many pictures are there. But if you click on that, as you see, it brings up pictures that other people submitted of them making that pattern. And like I said, I always love seeing like different ideas. Let's see. Cindy says she's still working on Triple C's pattern, a top of poncho. Nice. Okay. Cindy's saying that she can't stay, but hopefully comes back before the live is over. Well, if you don't come back, I hope you have a good day, Cindy. Sherry says she's making her first poncho and hair scrunchies, backpacks, and even making herself a steering wheel cover. Ooh, nice. Um, I've only done one poncho so far, and it was Bagudet's hooded ponchos. But I love ponchos. I think they're beautiful. And when it comes to hair scrunchies, I've knitted a bunch of hair scrunchies, but I haven't done any crochet ones yet. Okay, let's see. Sherry says she don't know how to knit and she's only 3 years into crochet and so glad she can read a pattern. Um, Now some of the patterns I'm going to be showing both, some knit and some crochet patterns on today's live. So there will be some crochet patterns too. And when it comes to crochet, I've only in September will make 2 years that I've been crocheting, and I've been knitting. May had made 3 years that I've been knitting. Okay, all right. Let me get to the paid for cowl patterns, and these are knit patterns again, and then we'll get into the crochet cowl patterns. Okay. This one is the Celtic Flame by Marietta Losa Fido. I don't know. But again, it has some cables. And y'all notice I like sharing patterns with cables when I share patterns. Um, I like this color. And I love the touch of the buttons. And here it is in an orangey color. But just beautiful. And here you can see the cables better. Okay, and next is Breakfast at Tiffany's Cowl by Benjamin Matthews. And I love the look of this one too. And you could have so much fun with the color combinations. See, here it is in like a maroon or burgundy type color and a gray. Pretty pretty. Okay, and the next one is Cowl on the Fringe by Handiworks Ltd. And I love this one. I love the fringe. And I love how it kind of like tucks under like that. Very pretty. And I mean, this is one too, you could have so much fun with different color combinations. Okay. Let me pull up the crochet patterns. Okay. This one is a Scarfy Bandana Cowl by Jennifer Renaud. And this one I think is pretty. And this is a crochet pattern. And it's a free pattern too. And in the description box of the live where I have all the links, I have it broken down whether it's knitted or crochet, if it's a free pattern or if it's a paid for pattern. Okay, and this one, I guess it's pronounced Kona Day by Janica York Quarter. And I think this one's pretty. I love the color combination. And it looks like it looks like it's a pretty simple pattern. You can even put it up like a hood too. All right. And the next one that's free crochet is the Silver Spruce Cowl. And I like the texture to this. I think that's pretty. Let's see. Okay, it's the same pictures there. I wanted to see if they had any other pictures in different colors. Okay, let's see. Laura Lee saying she needs to do a new steering wheel cover before winter. And Sherry saying I bought a pattern for car seat covers. I haven't started those yet. And Sherry saying what one of the patterns could have a hidden stash pouch the way it's put together. And Sherry also says she loves anything done in an ombre. Yeah, ombre is beautiful, or a color changing yarn. Yeah, I love cake yarn. All right, now we're getting into the paid for cowl patterns. Okay, this one's called There and Back Again Button Cowl by Fiber and Fox. My phone's going crazy, sorry. But I love the look of this. I love the buttons and the fringe. Very pretty. And there it is in a red. Hold up. I'm turning the volume down on my phone. Give me just a minute. Okay. It shouldn't disturb us now. All right, and here it is in gray. And a pretty purple. in kind of a pinkish grayish yarn. And for those that came in later, let me know if y'all ever made anything using number 5 weighted yarn. And if so, what have y'all made with number 5 weighted yarn? Okay. This one's called Not Your Granny's Bandana Cowl by Catherine Rumbold. And I love this look. And I love the granny stitch. I've always thought the granny stitch is pretty. But I think that's just too cute. And here it is in some brown coloring. Ooh, that one's pretty. Ooh, sparkly. I also love sparkly yarn. Ooh, I like that color combination. Ooh. And if y'all are like me, I mean, I can just spend hours looking at patterns on Ravelry. Okay, the next one is the Luna Triangle Shawl. I'm sorry, the Luna Triangle Cowl by Denny Shore. And I think this one's pretty. And I love fringe too. Fringe, tassels. And I love the colors on this one too. Very pretty. Okay. Let's see. Danny Joe says, I started learning to crochet when I visited my grandma almost every other week when I was about 8 years old. I have a bunch of whips going on right now for Christmas gifts. Awesome. Oh, it's Granny Square Day? I didn't know that. Colleen says, yes, ours an hour and it's hard to crochet when you're looking at patterns. Yeah. Um I'm not that, like how some people can really multitask while crocheting. Um, like for instance, I know some people when they're live, they can sit there and crochet. I can't do that. I mean, I do watch TV while I crochet, but it's like, or like some people stand while they're crocheting. I can't do that either. Sherry says she used to read recipe books, not really to make the recipes. Now I look at patterns online or I read my crochet books. All right, so now we're going to get into some beanie patterns. And these are free knitted beanie patterns. And I hope y'all are liking the patterns I'm sharing today. This one is a Journeyman hat by Alyssa Grieve. And I think that one's pretty. And that's the only picture this pattern has. Well, hold up. They do have projects. Ooh, here it is in a green. Ooh. Ooh, sparkles. Let's see. Ooh, pink. All right. And the next one, this is the Midvale hat pattern by Kate Gagnon Osborne. And it has cables. And what's funny with knitted cables, like at first, I thought cables would be complicated because it looks it. And in general, I find a lot of times things look much harder than what they really are. But basically, you just you're doing your knit purl stitches. It's just you're doing them out of order. you put some stitches on a cable, and then you knit the next few stitches on the needle, then you go back to the ones on the cable. There it is in blue. Let's see. Ooh, I like this color. That one's pretty. Okay, and the next one, this is the Worcester hat by Courtney Kelly. And I like the look of this one too. And the funny thing is, there's a hat that I loom knitted that looks almost identical to this. But I think this is pretty. Ooh, and they do have some project pictures. Ooh, I like that color. Let's see. That one's pretty too. Oh, let me pull the picture up better. Let's see. Ooh, here's a blue. All right. Let's see. Colleen loves the patterns. Awesome. And Brenda too. Yes, Danny Joe, all the pattern links are in the description box of today's live. And I have them broken down, you know, separated which ones are crochet, which ones are knit, which ones are free, and which ones are paid for. Okay, awesome. You're liking the patterns too. Yeah. I always put the links in the description box before the live. Like this one because there's so many on my Monday live since I share so many links. I put them in whenever I schedule the live. Now my regular lives, I usually share 5 patterns that I find online. Um, so usually I tend to add those like the morning that I go live. But like this, the Monday lives take a lot of preparation time. Um, I gotta find the patterns, put all those links in, and I put so many links that I run out of room. So I can't put like any other information in my description box on Mondays. Then on top of that, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. Um, oh well, I lost my train of thought. Sorry. All right. So now we're getting into the paid for beanie patterns. Maybe you'll come back to me what I was about to say. Okay, these are paid for. Um, let's see. These are knit paid for patterns. Okay. This is the S. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Okay, this is the Bubble Beanie hat by Kristen McDonald. And I love the bubble look. I love the colors on this one. And this is when, I mean, you could have fun with the color combinations. Pretty, pretty. And I know I've seen a similar pattern in crochet, like this one. This one is called Seaforth Hat Bulky by Olive and Pearl Knits. And I love the texture on this. I love that color. And this is a whole bunch of, that's a lot of beanies. All right. Now this one is the Aspen Glow Hat by Lena Matheson. I kind of like this yarn. I think it kind of has a cool look to it. And it has kind of like a glossy look. I love the glossy look in yarn. Let's see. Let's see some other pictures of this one. Ooh. Well, I think that's the same one. Let's see. There's, ooh, I like that. All right. So now it's time to pull up the crochet patterns. Let's see. So, Danny Joe, you have a channel? Let's see. I lost my place in the chat. Yeah, because if you have a channel, I could do a shout out for you. Which I need to do a shout out video this week. It's been a while since I've done a shout out video. Let's see, Barbara joined us. Hi, Barbara. How are you today? And what are you working on? And let us know if you've ever made anything with number 5 weighted yarn. And if so, what have you made? Okay, so now we're going to get into the free beanie crochet patterns. And this one is a rustic slouch hat by Rebecca Langford. And I love the look of this type of hat. And it's funny, I love the look, but I've never made one this type of style yet. Eventually I will. But I'll be doing it in a lighter weight yarn, a different pattern. But I love that look. And this one is Celtic Winter Slouchy Hat by Megan Meyer. Ooh. See, like this one here, I find that yarn is too busy, but that's just my opinion. But I do find certain patterns look better with a solid color yarn. Okay. And next, oh hi, Jet One N. What's your first name? I think you've told me before, but I can't remember. I'm sorry. And how and what are you working on, Jet One N? Okay, this is the Spiral Slouchy Hat by Nicole Riley. And I love the spiral look. I know I love a lot of things, so but I think that's pretty. Let's see. Well, here it is in some other colors. Oh, I like that. Now we're going to get into the page for crochet beanie patterns. Yeah, Carrie, that's it. Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes names escape me sometimes. All right, so let me pull up these patterns. Okay, this one is called Laura Hat by Olga, and I'm not even going to try to attempt to say that last name. Which I love the flower. I always love hats with flowers. Here it is in a gray, a black and white. I want to see if they have any other. Ooh, I like this. I like the pink and black together. That's pretty. Ooh. Here's another one. And I love like pink with chocolate brown. I think that's a beautiful color combination. Okay. This one is called Crochet Chunky Hat by Eva Unger. And I like slouchy hats too. I think those are pretty. And I want to see if they have any pictures in the. No, I was going to see. Well, they do have this one. And this one. Okay, next one. This is the Soft Essentials Family Winter Hat by Brinley DeFranco. And I love the look of this too. And I love that blue. Pretty, pretty. And then the purple, red. Pretty. Okay, let's see. Carrie says she's working feverishly on a crochet washcloth. I'm teaching a crochet class at the knitting retreat I'm going to on Thursday, so I'm trying to finish everything up. Ooh, awesome. And I would love to see your washcloths when you're done. And Laura Lee says, I started a blanket using the bead stitch. It's like a mini bobble stitch. Oh, I've never seen the bead stitch. And I'm going to have to see that when you're finished, Laura Lee. And Danny Joe says the Laura hat has the 1920s look. And Sherry says, I love pink with charcoal gray. Yep. Pink goes good with a lot of colors. And Sherry loves that hat style, the flapper hats. And Laura Lee loves the slouchy hat look. I'm getting tongue-tied too much today. All right. Now we're getting into free shawl knitted patterns. And let's see. This one is called Shawl Colored Cropped Cardigan, which it's kind of a shawl look, but kind of cardigan. When I searched shawl, this came up, and I like the look of this. I think that's really nice. But I love how it had, like here, the shawl pin. Pretty, pretty. And next, this one's called Lace Shawl It's by Red Heart Design Team, and that's a pretty shawl. Ooh, I like that color. I want to see if they have some other. Ooh, that's a pretty color. And this is it in a multicolor yarn. Pretty. Let's see. All right. And the next one is the triangular shawl by Made in America yarns. And I think this one's pretty. And again, it has the fringe. Let's see. Here it is in a multicolored yarn. Oh, I like that yarn. That's pretty. And here it is in a mustard yellow. Ooh. All right. Let's see. We have Dee that joined us. Hi, Dee. How are you doing today? And what are you working on? And also, we have Dreamy too. How are you and what are you working on? And also, those of y'all that are just entering, let me know if y'all ever worked with number five weighted yarn. And if so, what have y'all made with it? Uh-oh, Laura Lee lost that yarn chicken. She had to go find a second color. Yeah, yarn chicken's no fun. Let's see, Laura Lee says she was using RH Buff, thought it would be a good neutral for a donation shawl to a nursing home. I have some dark brown I'll try to put with it. And Dee, just so you know, if you type the word drop in the chat, Nightbot will automatically drop your channel link. And that goes for anyone that have channels. Just type drop. Dreamy says she don't like number five weighted yarn. Overall, I'm kind of the same way. I prefer yarn weights of four and lower. I've never made anything yet with number five weighted yarn. Um, I do like earlier I was showing. Let me take my green screen off. Give me just a second. Let's see. Okay. Earlier I was showing this is the only number five weighted yarn that I think I have. But that will make something pretty. Oh, you know what it is? I need to change that. Because initially, whenever I did my lives, I didn't have Nightbot set up, and that's I had programmed Nightbot a long time ago to say to put CC, and I forget to take that off. But I do also have one that says to drop the word drop if you want your channel link dropped. Okay, let me get my green screen back on. Okay. And Dee says she's working on a baby blanket for her first great grandbaby, Clayton. He's due in October. Congratulations. Okay. So now I'm getting into the paid for knitted shawl patterns. Okay, this one's called Winter Brunch Shawl by Laura Chow. And I love how this one looks. I love those colors too. And that's what the back looks like. Pretty, pretty. And I love this edging at the bottom. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they do have other pictures. Let's see. That's pretty. Let's see. Oh, I like that shade of blue. Ooh. All right. Now to the next pattern. This one's called Ashley Triangular Shawl by Vicki Chan. And for the most part, the top part is stockinette stitch. Real basic. Now the bottom, the edging kind of gets a little fancier. But I think this one's gorgeous. I want to see if they have some other, yeah, they got some other pictures. Let's see. There it is in a dark green. Like I said, I love looking at other pictures to get ideas with different types of yarns or colors. Oh, I like that pink. Okay. And this is called Bilberry Shawl by Agrian Artesian. And they have some different colors. Ooh, I like that blue. Oops. All right, let's see. Where did I leave off in the chat? Brenda's saying her second great grandchild is coming in October. Also, don't know gender. Jeannie says, I have some, but I don't like it, so I'm giving away to Butterfly Dreams. Jeannie. Dee says, 5-weight yarn is good for bags, rugs, and big fluffy sweaters. That's what I use it for. Yeah, and earlier in the live, I had brought up some of the stuff that it's good to use for. Let's see. Sherry says, great yarn scrap project. 3 yarns together makes baskets, sling bags. I haven't done any rugs yet. Laurie's asking if a 5-weight would do a basket. Let me see. Let me see what I can find on Ravelry. Give me just a second. Let's see. What can I find? Bulky. There are basket. Yes, a basket. I'm sorry, I typed the wrong thing. I put bag. There's a pattern right here. There's a basket. And let's see. Here's some baskets too. What else do I find? Oh, here's a hanging basket. Here's another basket. And one thing I do want to point out, whenever you're searching for patterns in Ravelry, if you look at the left side of the screen, at least this is the way it shows on a desktop computer. But like you can select if you want crochet, knitting. You can also filter for different categories like clothing, accessories, home, medical, toys and hobbies. Um, you can also filter like if you're looking for free patterns or if you want like patterns that you purchase. And there's even print patterns. If you want patterns with a photo, or if you're looking for certain like techniques and stuff, you can also search by that or filter by that, like the age, size, fit. And then this is where you can search by the weight right here. And then here, yarn held together, the yardage, how many colors you use, the pattern source type, hook size, needle size, difficulty. So, I mean, you can filter like all sorts of ways. All right. So y'all are liking the patterns. Good, good, good. And Sherry saying you can use a 5 weight for a blanket for sure. Which I'm about to be sharing a few blanket patterns. And Dee saying she's made many baskets with 5 weight yarn. And let's see. Dee has 13 grandbabies. And Brenda has 12 grandchildren. Yep, we got a lot of grandmas. Sherry saying, I just bought a bunch of the Karen Chunky Cakes, $5 for baskets, 6 weight, but I have also used a 5 weight and added a 4 weight. It looks like y'all like some of the basket ones I was showing. Yeah, sometimes when I'm live on Mondays, sometimes we get into searching for certain things. Laura Lee says, nice basket. Guess I need to go to Ravelry. That hanging basket would be perfect for my fruit. I only have a teeny workspace. Yeah, my kitchen's small. It's like not enough counter space. If I had a dream house, I would have a huge kitchen. Lots of cabinets, lots of counters. Let's see, Danny Joe says, I have 2 children, ages 43 and 32. I have 3 grandkids and one on the way at the end of September. I also have 2 great-grandkids. Ooh, congrats. Let's see. And Brenda's saying she also has 1 great-granddaughter and another great on its way. Ooh, congrats. And Isola says she likes good solid baskets. All right. So now we're going to get into the free shawl crochet patterns. Okay. This one is the Fireside Wrap by Alexandra Tavel. And I like this one. I think it just looks like warm and cozy. And I like the color combination. And of course the fringes. Let's see. It's all the same. Let's see what they have in projects. Ooh, I like that. Granted, I don't find that that's as much like, winter color, but I like that color combination. Ooh, and in purple. Oh, that's not, let's get here. Yeah. Let's see what else. Ooh. This one looks fun. They use fun colors on that one. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is Sunset Garden Shawl by Alina Hunt. That one's pretty. And again, fringes. So do y'all like fringes? Here it is in a pink. All right. Oops. And the next one is the Mantra Shawl by Lion Brand Yarn. And that's pretty too. And let's see if they have any other pictures. Ooh, I like that yarn. And there it is in a brown. Okay. Now we're getting into the paid for crochet shawl patterns. This one is Lavender Bee's Knees by Lisa Cook. And I think this one's pretty. I love that color. And here it is in different colors. Very pretty. And this is the Buckle Shawl by Brandy Nags. And again, I think this is pretty. The funny thing is, I think all the patterns I'm showing today are pretty. Okay, that one don't have any other pictures. All right, this one is the Highlands wrap by Alexandra Tavel, and this is another one. I think this is pretty. It looks warm and cozy. Yeah, I want to see this one in other colors. Pretty. Let's see. Some browns. Pretty, pretty. Let's see. Dreamy says, I have no kids but 16 nieces and nephews, and 9 great nieces and nephews, and about 16 godchildren. Cool. I have no children, but I have 2 cats that I consider my kids, Allie and Sophie. Dreamy don't like fringes. Lisa says, one of my sisters love fringe, the other not so much. Me, it depends. And one thing too, like with patterns that show fringes, you have that option. You can either put fringes or you don't have to. Okay, Danny Joe's asking what is meant by putting yarn in your mailbox. Um, or you'll also hear putting through yarn in your window. It basically means that someone subscribed to your channel. Let's see, we have Regina that joined us. How are you doing today, Regina? And what are you working on? Okay, Isla's asking, what is a good length for a shawl in your opinion? At the elbow, crook, or longer? Um, so I guess you mean like going like this to each elbow. I would try to do longer. But it sometimes it just kind of depends. You know, how much yarn you have, how big you want a shawl, because some shawls you want bigger than others. But usually most of the time I try to go with about the length that the pattern says. And most of the time I typically try to keep it like from falling um where it's above the the butt. But it's really a lot of it's about your personal opinion, what length you want it. And let's see. And Danny Joe says, I'm so totally new at building my channel and doing it without help. And one thing, Danny Joe, let me write this down. But but you might want to send me an email so I can remember to shout you out. I I did just write it down. But I don't have my notebook by me where I normally put my shout outs at to shout people out. So hopefully I don't overlook it in my journal right here. Let's see. Regina says working on my sweater and water and doing good. Awesome. And Danny Joe, I do want to welcome you to my channel, and I hope you are enjoying my videos. Yeah, exactly. Laura Lee saying hang in there, hanging in with these content creators. They all started just like you and are very helpful. Yeah, we all had to start from nothing, you know. Over time, people discover you, and don't be afraid to ask other content creators for help. Most of us will help. I'm always willing to help. And there's a lot of channels that will shout out um other content creators and stuff. Typically I do a shout out video every other Thursday, which I haven't done it. I'm kind of behind on getting one out. And then also I tend to share channels on my community page too. And like I tell people, if you ever want a shout out, all you got to do is send me an email, let me know. If y'all have giveaways or something going on y'all channel that y'all want me to shout out on my community page, just email me. Let's see. Oh, you couldn't find it, Danny Joe? Hopefully I can find her. Let's see. Danny Joe, type the word drop in the chat again. That way people can find your channel link. Because I know sometimes certain channels, for some reason, like when it's like a new channel, sometimes when you search, it don't always pull it up. I know for the longest time, like Miguel with Who Knows, that would happen with him. It was always hard to pull up his channel. Let's see. Lisa says I made both my sisters a pocket shawl, and I made them long enough that they could wrap up in them. They both live in places that have very cold, snowy winters. I love the pocket shawls. I think they're gorgeous. Let's see. Yeah, Colleen says she loves to help. Like I said, a lot of people will. Oh, congrats, Jeannie. I mean, sorry, Dreamy. And let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm caught up. All right. So now we're going to get into a few blanket patterns. Um, I would have loved to have shared more blanket patterns, but I didn't have enough room in the description box to share more links. So I have one free pattern for knit, one paid for pattern for knit, and the same thing with it when it comes to crochet. One that's a free pattern and one that's a paid for. And this one is a free knit pattern. And this is called Pemberley Blanket by India Hershey. And isn't that pretty? Now this one I probably would have stuck with like one color. Yeah, they have some others. Yeah, I think it looks much better with more of a solid color. Let's see. Here it is in white. Ooh, here's another shade of blue. All right. So now we're going to get into the paid for knit pattern. This is called the Sproutlet Blanket by Debbie Stone. And this has some cables. And let me see what other colors they have it in. That's pretty. And here it is in gray. And here's a greenish color. All right. So now, now the one I'm about to show you is a free crochet blanket pattern. And I love this one. It's called Heritage Plaid Blanket by Caitlin Borthold. And I love plaid. I think that's pretty. And do y'all like plaid? And this looks like it's warm and cozy. And let's see what else they have. There it is in brown and white. This one's like all sorts of colors. And that's it for the pictures. And the last pattern I have for you is a paid for crochet blanket. And this is an Irish Lullaby table blanket by Noelle Stiles. And I think that's pretty. I love textured stitches. And like I said before, I love cables. Let's see. Ooh, here it is in a green. That's a pretty shade of green. Here it is in pink. Pretty, pretty. All right. So that's the last of the patterns that I have to share today. And like I said, all these patterns are in the description box of today's live. And I have them broken up if they're crochet or knitted, if they're free or paid for. And I hope y'all enjoyed the patterns that I shared. So let's see, where did I leave off? I lost my place. Yeah, it is cool when everyone throws yarn in people's windows. let's see. Regina says, "You guys see that they have Hocus Pocus dolls?" Yeah, I saw that on my Facebook feed. Laura Lee says, "I can see yarn flying just like a snowball fight." Yeah, that's probably how she like the way that her settings are. You gotta like put it like where it's not meant for children, so people get the notifications, and a lot of times too that will block people from being able to comment. And it's funny, you would think it would be the opposite, but Dee loves that plaid. Awesome. Dreamy loves plaid. Lisa loves that green blanket. Are you referring to the last one I showed you? That last one was crochet. Isla says, I lose count with cables. I used to love to make cabled items. See, I've never had trouble losing count. Like lace work and knitting, it's easy to lose count. And Brenda says, beautiful blankets. Laura Lee says, I've never tried cables yet. And cables, they look intimidating, but they're really easy, especially in knitting. Now with crochet, I really haven't gotten into cables really with crochet yet. The closest is the arrow stitch, which they do say that is a cable type stitch, which I love the arrow stitch. That's pretty. Okay, D says yeah. Okay, yeah. That last one that was crochet. And like I said, it's all organized in the description box, the patterns. And D wants to try that cabled one. Awesome. I like when I'm a bad influence on y'all. All right. So, like I said earlier, I will be putting out the finished projects video this afternoon. And then I'm finally getting the gloves, mittens video where y'all submitted pictures. I'm going to put that out. I'm going to schedule it for 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Um, let's see what else is there. Oh yeah, tomorrow's Crochet Tuesday, and lives for this week. The Southern Crocheters are going live Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time, and our topic is going to be fall makes, and it's going to be on my channel this month. We alternate channels, me and Barbara with Crochet Therapy. Um, Also, if y'all have made quick and easy projects, take a picture of y'all makes and email me y'all pictures. And when we do the live Wednesday, we'll show y'all pictures and a little video at the beginning. Well, towards the beginning. These last month we talked about quick and easy makes. So usually when we do a topic, the following month we show pictures from the previous month's topic. So yeah, get y'all pictures in, and I'm excited to talk about fall. I'm ready for the seasonal holiday projects. Then also the 5 Yarnaholics will be going live Sunday at 3 p.m. on my channel. So I will be live 5 times this week on my channel. And for those not familiar with the 5 Yarnaholics, it's me, Crystal, with Crystal the Yarny Chicken and Crazy Cat Lady, um, Cindy with Pups and Crochet, Stephanie with Life and Stitches, and also Lisa with Coping with Yarn. But Lisa's taking a break from YouTube right now. So she's going to be out for a while. Not sure when she's going to come back yet, but she will eventually come back to YouTube. But yeah, that's the Yarnaholics. So I hope y'all catch that live too. And if y'all don't know, I have some giveaways going on. There's my August giveaway that has some yarn and stitch markers. Then my pattern bundle giveaway where I'm giving away all my patterns, and there'll be 3 winners for my patterns. And then I'm also participating in Katrina with Mindful Crafts and More, 50 for you, 50 for me giveaway. And the more channels you enter on, the better your chances are of winning that giveaway. But yeah, check out the giveaways. Let's see. Danny Joe says, I have been choosing the safe for children. Is that why I can't see comments to my video? Yeah, that's why. Um, because when I first did my channel, I made the same mistake. And like people couldn't comment. And then I finally figured out that you you gotta change it where it's not safe for children. Even though, like, for the most part, you know, the type of videos we do should be safe for children, but for some reason YouTube does it where you can't comment and it affects notifications. All right, all right, Dee. Yeah, I'll email you my mailing address. And let's see. Okay, I am caught up. All right, trying to think if there's anything else I need to mention to y'all, but I think I've brought everything up. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's live, and I hope y'all learned something and found some new patterns that y'all are interested in making. And I enjoy chatting with all of y'all. And I hope y'all all have a fabulous journey day. Be the light, and bye.